Crystal Bowl championships here now between Krakens and Ra. And Ra coming in with a replacement player last week, able to get to the finals, but the team that awaits them, the leading point aggregate player for the entire season in Kip. It's going to be a rough matchup tonight. I'm joined by my good old friend here, JT Displays. How you been?
I'm doing fantastic. We got a best of 9 here. This is going to be a grueling matchup between these two teams. We got some quality on both teams. At least I've been told here. Some SSLs, some GCs. So I'm excited to see how these two can really battle about here. Of course, I think that you, Galthans, have a little bit better, more intimate knowledge of these two teams. Would you say?
I would probably say that I've cast them probably for what 4 or 5 weeks now, and have kind of gotten the measure of each of these players. And like you said, it's pretty much going to be close. It's going to be close. In my heart of hearts, I think that both these guys are going to put out a performance. I think we're going to go a decent bit of distance tonight. I don't think it's going to be a clean sweep for any of the teams. But it's looking like our players going to hop in here. Ra, of course, having Askew and Yeezy E and Krakens sporting Kip and Nate, who have been pretty much nigh unstoppable over the course of the entire season. Of course, coming in as that first seed, but Ra, after a great playoff performance, looking to knock him down here in the best of 9 as we get this all started. Nate off that sidewall. It's going to come back down in front of Kip. An immediate shot and a good defensive touch. Kip somehow gets the demo behind as he came up with some speed. Easy. Just going to rotate to that back post. Askey looking for the challenge. This one, jump ball out front. Yeezy shot on and right under the bar. And Ra get it started early. Great defensive transition.
Yeah, great little touch here from Yeezy E, just dropping it into the bucket right over Kip there. Kip had a good read on that, I think, in my estimation. I think he could have absolutely made that save there. Over the top of the Krakens here, and the Raws, well, they are absolutely feeling like sun gods right now.
Nate just gonna leave this one for Kip, who dunks it down in front and equalizes that score. Oh, so quickly. Nate double teamed in the corner, still gets the 50 out, and Kip right on the money out in front.
Yeah, good little touch there right off the kickoff. I love a good kickoff there goal. It's a quick way to kill any momentum your opponents might have had there, and that's exactly what they managed to do here with that. Now Nate, he's got the ball again right off that kickoff. Lots of boost to work with. Well, gets around A there and looking for it. Ooh, a dangerous ball, but not going to happen as it comes the Raws. They're able to defend this one here with just over 4 minutes left to play in game number 1. Again, the best of 9. This is going to be an absolute marathon of a match here. So these guys, I don't know if they're going to be keeping their powder dry in this game number 1, but that's what I would probably do, is maybe not show off everything in game number 1 if this turns out to be a long series.
And Kraken's traditionally one of those teams that get better with time. So maybe a little bit of a war of attrition here between Yeezy and Nate, who have been kind of those aggressive first mans for either of their squads throughout the course of the season. Askew trying to push this one to the opposite side and does. Nate going to be able to get to it with plenty of boost. Nate, long clear. Askew going to take it down the corner. Kip, good 50 over top, looking to beat Yeezy, but no. This one still in corner. Kip doing a good job making sure to stay aggressive. Kraken have certainly demonstrated that aspect of their game throughout the course of the season. Shot on, and Kip just tucks it over the back of Askew.
See, I love 2v2 for exactly this reason, right? You have these great shots from midfield here, and there's no defender back there. Askew trying their best to flip into that. Not going to happen this time. And that gives the Krakens an opportunity to take the lead here. And really, I love this, that, again, with it being such a long series here, it's fitting that both these have mythological names, as Kip doubles the lead now for the Krakens, makes it 3-1 here with just over 3 minutes left to go.
Yeah, Nate had an angle on that net, just opts to pass it out in front. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to get it. He didn't want it to go off the post and have it be a transition goal the other way. Just feeds it down, and Kip, who has been A solid midfield player. He is always so quick as a second man to jump in right at that
Oh,
midfield line. Back down in front. Nate
ah.
not going to commit. Thought he had easy beat on that ball. So maybe a little of a missed opportunity, but 3-1 still the game score for Krakens.
Let's see if it makes it 4-1. Great going for the bump play there. Yeezy wise to it. Makes the save as Nate continues his pressure here for the Kraken. You know, the Kraken's got so many of those arms. They're not tentacles if we're going from octopus anatomy, but really, what is a Kraken's anatomy? They're just, you know, we're never really quite sure how many have actually recorded seeing a Kraken, right? So we can only speculate if they're more squid-like or more octopus-like. I've got all sorts of, aquatic facts for you if you want as the series goes on.
I think it's supposed to be a Kraken is supposed to be like a big squid. I think it's like a large cephalopod is I would believe what they're called. But you
Well,
know,
I mean, but well,
we're not
squid.
we're not on Animal Planet, right?
I mean,
We're actually playing Rocket
squid and
League.
octopuses and cuttlefish are all cephalopods, you know, part of the cephalopods. But ooh, here comes Askew getting over Kip that time to cutting that lead to just 1 goal now.
Yeah, ask you. Nice shot, Kip. He's trying to delay it enough for Nate to get an extra handle on it, but that shot just point blank range with some speed. And Askew puts his team within one still. 2 minutes left. A lot of time for either of these teams to try for a comeback. Askew right into Nate. And look out the other way. Nate with some room. Tries to feed this one mid. Kip not going to be able to cut back in time as Yeezy already had the angle. Easy. Good pass down in front. Nate, a touch out to mid. Askew bites on it as Kip gets over. Kip with a chance to center. What's he going to do? Little time. Pass down to that far post that Easy is going to send along. Nate, good little ceiling pinch as Kip rushes back into it. And again, we're seeing that Kip is so aggressive as that second man, making sure to just mount that pressure. Gets it out in front. Nate, a big shot. And the demo from behind. So still some scoring opportunities, but still Kraken just that 1 goal lead.
Yeah, but this was a smart move here. They got the demo, but they weren't in a position to really attack and put a meaningful chance with that ball there. So they recycled, go grab some boost here. However, it's just come back to bite them as Askew able to get this pressure, retake this ball here, and make this a tie ball game. Less than a minute to go, 48 seconds left here. Could we get overtime in game number 1? And again, a best of 9 with cashy money on the line.
I think they're going to have to. Ra, only 3 shots, but 3 goals to tie this game up. Need to stop the offensive prowess of Krakens from reaching its peak. Need to get out there and challenge these balls, whether it's sending that first man, then just sending the second man quick enough to get it over midfield. As they try and do just that, Askew pops right in behind Yeezy. A big shot down in front. Yeezy, big save. Kip, shot on it in. And again, Krakens with that suffocating rotation on offense find some fruit.
Yeah, and Nate really set this one up here, really set up an easy ball to defend, but it put the defender in a bad position to get the rebound there and set that up here for Kip here. So great job by Nate in that play to give them potentially the game winner as Kip looks to add on to it off the kickoff here. Off the backboard, it's going to be Nate. Great save from Easy. But they've got 10 seconds and change left to go in this one here. It's going to have to be a Rule 0 type situation, just trying to tie up this game, but it's not going to happen. The demos come out, they will kill the clock, and game 1 go to the Kraken.
Yeah, Kraken doing such a good job on offense. Extremely warmed up at this point as we see Kip and Nate kind of dominate those shot totals. 14 coming out of Krakens just to the 3 of Raw. But credit to Raw, the shots they took made them count. 3 for 3 on their shot totals with their goals, but Raw gonna have to find a way to stop that Kraken's offense. They're getting in way too deep over that midfield line to kind of really prevent any kind of offense that they can get going with any kind of control. So gonna have to find an answer to those dribbles from Kip and Nate. But guys, we're gonna send it over to our coach's corner, trying something a little different tonight as we have both of our franchise managers on hand.
Yo,
Over to
what's
you
up?
guys.
So Gumsy,
Yeah,
how's it going?
good.
What's your team gonna have to do?
Uh, I feel like they're putting good pressure. It's just that they're getting attacked on the returns. I
I
mean,
mean, yeah, they have 8 saves, which means they're defending like 80% of the game.
they're being kind of sussy bakas, you know.
Yeah, they are. They are being kind of sussy boppers. Tell your team to hurry up and get the hell out of the net.
Yeah, gotta focus on that Among Us.
Yeah, they need to start shooting.
Yep, yep, yep.
But I'm not gonna complain. That's just easy dubs.
uh, but your team is doing well. It's a
Yeah,
it's pretty fair matchup.
no, it is.
Mhm.
I was getting pretty scared there once you guys scored the third goal, dude. Oh heck no,
We got the stupid double demo at the end.
dude. That's just what we do. That's how we play. You have to do whatever it takes to win. And
Right.
with that, I think we can throw it back over to the casters to get this next
You.
game on the way.
All right, thank you. Our wonderful franchise managers, Fish and Gumsy, in attendance tonight. We're trying to watch their teams take home that $30 cash prize in this Crystal Bowl contest that we got going on. Krakens taking game one raw. Looking to get back into it. Like we said, I like what I saw with their shot totals when they were able to get into that offensive zone, but gonna need to start challenging that midfield line, not letting them take that ball so deep and start that offensive rotation.
Yeah, the Raws were certainly very clinical in game number one there. They didn't have very many chances, but every single chance they buried. So they did a great job with that. They need to make sure to get more offensive chances. That's going to be the best way to score goals for them, clearly. When they're in the offensive zone, they get into it there. So I expect to see that out of them here. They now know a little bit more of what they're dealing with here. I don't think the Krakens are quite as heavily favored as some of the franchise owners and managers might like you to think that they are so heavily favored. But I think that maybe the Raws can be sneaky here. Maybe try to take game number 2 and force, possibly a game 6. Again, a best of 9 here. This is going to be an absolute slugfest, a marathon. You got to make sure that you are on the sticks and that you have your, the physicality well rested in between these games, because trust me, you don't want to have a hand cramp at the end there, possibly costing your team.
Yeah, big shot immediately in Kraken. And again, Kip performing up to his prowess as he gets another one. Just a nice touch in mid. Nobody really there to challenge him. Just waited till it got to the net mouth, and then it's already too late.
Yeah, and a good shot there to open up the lead early. This is what this Kraken team like to do. They like to be on the offensive. They like to score a lot of goals. And it makes sense because so far they haven't been able to defend any of the shots that have come out from the Raws. So their offensive is really their best defense, is by keeping the ball and maintaining possession, not allowing their opponents to get into attacking areas here. You're seeing that with the demos, and you're seeing that again with this high pressure right at the midfield here. We'll see how Askew can do with Yeezy. Nate making a rare save, but it's a good one for the Kraken.
Yeah, they had the right idea that time around. Raw just looking to dribble the ball. Askew took it through the corner, sent that second man in for the demo, but what a spectacular save from Nate. Now Kip, 2v1 scenario. Askew able to send it to the sideline. Yeezy gets the read, but this one gonna hop back out in front. Kip takes the shot. Yeezy gets a little bit of a piece of it as he tries to go for the bump play instead. Kip sent forward the shot, and Askew with the save. Yeezy. Long lob shot out. Not going to find the back of the net as it is deflected away. Kip is going to saddle on back up. Kip might have to make a save here, and does, as Yeezy was trying to cut in to get the center. Kip up over one. Yeezy one-on-one against Nate. Flick. Nate to the sideline, and Kip not able to get a hold of a chance here. Back down in front. Yeezy with the shot and in, and Raw able to tie it up.
Yeah, good shot here for the Raws to tie it up here. What I've noticed from the Raws is that they like these individual dribble plays, trying to slow down the pace of the game, and the Kraken are absolutely not having it. They like having control of the ball, but they also like having a frenetic pace, going end to end, super fast on counterattack opportunities or restarts. Like Nate here dribbling it off the kickoff from midfield to retake the lead right off the kickoff.
And another thing we really haven't talked about is face-offs. Now, Kraken has scored 2 right off of the draw. You recall that first one coming in the first 20 seconds of the match. They got set up off of a design face-off win and got the goal from there. And then this one right after that momentum-shifting goal puts him right back up on top. Kip. Fake, he'll flick over one. One man to beat as Askew. Step into him, Nate. Shot on, short side. Yeezy can't get to it in time. And Nate puts his team up by 2.
Yeah, this is a good little shot here. Seeing the space behind the defense there. Yeezy had a lot of boost to get to it there. But that's a hard angle. That's sort of, from the angle that he's come from, that's a really hard angle to try to defend that ball.
Like you said, it's rough, especially when you just cleared it out, gotten a good save, and thought you could get the second touch across mid to kind of relieve any of that pressure. Yeezy just playing shadow defense. Nate put in an awkward spot. Look out, Yeezy shot on it in. And that one, Nate, not much you can do about it. Had 2 people breathing down his neck. Was in an awkward position to even make the first touch.
Yeah, that's something that you look at that one and you just say, nice pass, you know, to your opponents. Really kind of rub it in as they bring in within 1 goal here. 2.5 minutes left to play. A good opportunistic attack from the Raws there with 2.5 minutes left to go. 2.5 done and dusted. Kip, though, he's not satisfied with a 1-goal lead. He wants a 2-goal lead. He wants a 3-goal lead. He wants a 4-goal. He wants all as big of a lead as possible because he knows he can't defend him.
Yeah, and the score just keeps climbing ever higher. That 2-goal deficit, very hard for Ra to overcome in time. Starting to be a factor here. 2.5 minutes left. Kip looks for the center. Nobody home. Nate too far away as he had rotated back for that mid-boost pad.
What do you think the over-under is on this particular game as far as how many goals are scored? What would you put that line at here? Because I'm thinking like the over-under total score right now, I'd say like 12, right?
Yeah, I would say at least 5 goals for Krakens most games. That's kind of generally what they've scored at during the season. Kip has 60 goals on the season, if I do remember correctly. I'll go check the stats here for just a second. Yeah, so Kip, average score per game, he has 729 points. He has 60 goals, 25 assists, and 47 saves, alongside 26 demos. So, yeah, Kip, kind of a one-man show when it comes to the offensive side of the ball. As Askew try to put it back out. Easy. Gonna dribble through mid. Kip, a good challenge. He's gonna get that mid boost as well. Has some space. Kip. Ceiling touch, that one off to the side as Yeezy. Gonna send it the length of the field. Nate doing a good job getting back for his team as it's looking like Ra favoring more and more that transition style of offense.
Yeah, but Nate making a little bit of an error there, getting into Kip's space. They're almost taking the ball off Kip's nose there. Would have been dangerous trying to double commit while in an offensive attack there on the ground. Could have led to an opportunity to be countered on by the Raws. However, they were able to get themselves out of that situation. Now we'll see as Yeezy makes a great bump here. Opportunity for Askew to try to finish this here. Nate gets there to defend, and here comes another opportunity as Askew keeps it alive here. Nate looking for it. As Askew gets past him. Kip can defend. He will. And again, now I'm seeing this nice sustained offense. As they get in the way, though, Raws, though, had some opportunities. They just didn't finish them.
Yeah, Kip, that was an amazing sequence from him. He had 2 players on him, the time winding down, and his teammate on the other side of the field with no boost. He did a good job air dribbling at the width of the field to buy Nate enough time to get back towards net. This one, a feed down and from big bump from Kip as he sends him flying. Yeezy tried to just feather that pass down to Askew, just sent flying, and that one will be the dagger here for game 2.
Yeah, oh, that big old bullying on the goal line there, the blue side of the Krakens. Just a big old bully. Just get out of the way. Get out of the way. You want that pass? No, I'm going to keep pushing you into the back of the net, man. Oh, man. I love a good bump play. That was, being a bully. I love it. I love it.
Easy. Trying to take it back across. Askew with a nice 50. 9 seconds left. Askew looking for a center. Maybe a kickoff goal, but no. Kip. Old reliable. able to send it back down, looking to just feed one more to Nate. And just dunk down in front, and Krakens take game 2, looking extremely good. But the scores kind of getting ever closer now that Ra trying to find their tune, trying to key in on some of these passing and shooting plays that Krakens have been favoring.
Yeah, and you take a look at the goals, hat trick there for Kip, 2 for Nate there, as Nate had to leave to change the preset of the car. It happens, sometimes you're just not feeling loosey goosey in your Octane or your Fennec. Maybe you need some Dominus love there, right? Or maybe a Scarab or an Esper. I do love me an Esper or Marauder. Who knows what he'll come out with next, but the Raws now down 2 games. An opportunity for them. They really need to start scoring more goals here. They only had 3 I think they had 3 in both games here. So I'd like to see them to be putting more in the back of the net there to try to keep up with this Kraken's offense, because clearly they're not able to do it on a defensive battle.
Yeah, Ra doing a good job this time. Shot totals in their favor, and their offensive pressure definitely cranking up a notch. But we're going to have to see a little more out of them. Got to stop that scoring streak from Krakens. But, guys, we're going to send it over to our coach's corner once again as the franchise managers looking on this with a little more dread now from the side of Ra.
Dude, Gumsy, your
Ah,
your team went from being gods at defense to not being able to score.
Kip is doing some good work on the offense.
Who gives MVP of the league? What you mean? Of
He's
course he's
really
doing
working our
good work,
defense. He's really working our
dude.
defense.
I mean, yeah. Your team went from freaking getting a bunch of saves to a bunch of shots.
We're gonna get him in the next match.
I mean, at least make it, fun to watch.
No, it's not. Until we don't win. But it was fun.
There's no way, dude. I'm putting all my bits on the freaking Krakens.
I'm
There's gonna
putting
be
all
1K bits. It's gonna be 1K bits on Krakens.
I'm putting all my Robux and V-Bucks, and I got a lot.
That's cap. Well, you're gonna lose them all. But we're gonna send it back over to the caster so we can get this next game started and see the Krakens win a 3rd game.
All right. Thank you, Gumpsy and Fish, as our 2 franchise managers, a little banter back and forth with their little bit of different play styles coming out between these 2 games. JT, what do you think Raw can do to really bring it back? They've been close. They're starting to edge their way closer, but Krakens, especially those last 2 minutes of every game, just kind of seem to pull away with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say Fish. They're kind of sounding a little bit like Pete Rose, if you will. So we'll see if there needs to be some commission to investigate that here. But the Raws, I said it before the break. There, they have to score more goals, because right now it's kind of like 2 hot rods going at each other, just revving up and doing flying down the drag strip here. Because defense isn't working for either one of these teams, so they have to find a way to just get in better attacking opportunities and get more of the ball. Hold on to that possession together, and because if you keep that ball away from your opponents, they're going to have less scoring opportunities. So it works both ways. Works in your favor and works against them, your opponents.
All right, we'll see if they can do just that. Nate gonna win the face-off easy, just trying to cradle this one down. Kip, an immediate challenge across that midfield line. He has some space again. Kip, short side shot that Askew able to turn away. Easy. Oh, drops that one down in front. Nate right on the doorstep, able to just tuck it home. Unfortunate play there from Yeezy.
Yeah, Yeezy just gets a bad touch here, and Nate. I mean, that's a poacher's goal right there. You're just sitting those good opportunities, wait for your opponent to make a mistake. The opponent made the mistake, and that's what led to the goal there for the Kraken. And here comes a fake kickoff. Nate makes a save right off the cuff of it. Kip, now in the Octane there, was I think previously in the Fennec. So we may not see an Esper or a Scarab tonight, but Nate really trying to do the most with it today, as he's looking for a brace here. The slow play, and Kip puts it home, 2-0.
Nate doing a fantastic job as a first man. Avoids 2 players, avoids the demo a second time to put this one down to Kip. And Kip, he's always going to be there as that second man, as they're just getting more and more aggressive as this series goes on. 2-0 already in the first 40 seconds.
Yeah, we'll see here another defensive play here to Nate. A good save that time. Looking to really, I love the synergy right now between Nate and Kip. They just look like they're having fun stringing those passes together here now into the offensive side of the ball. Nate sees that challenge from Askew, pulls away from it there. The cerebral play from these players right now, making sure to be constantly aware of where they are on in the goal. But there goes Easy E. The opponent comes in raw. They get a good counterattack here, so that maybe that 1v2 there, not in Kid's favor. He misses the ball, and that's what leads to that goal.
Yeah, he was just trying to push it down to the corner, just made a little error on his play, let it go, and Yeezy, props to him. This Raw squad is very good at punishing this Kraken's side when they do get the opportunity. They have not really messed up any chances, any of the free balls that Krakens have given them. But it's all been about the other side of the field as Krakens, the relentless offense, continues to dominate. Askew. Nice little pinch around. Easy. Take it up the boards. He'll think better of that as he'll cut it back towards Kip. Looks for the 50. Is that one a shot far side off the sidewall? And Yeezy back up through midfield. Kip trying to play it over to Nate to the far side. Clear this one down. Askew. Good touch there as he saw the two defenders coming over across that midfield line to get a challenge. And Nate able to trap this one along, so maybe slowing it down a little bit for either team.
Yeah, it's just, all gas all the time is a great clear here. This is a great clear. I love that from Askew. See if you can follow this up on the challenge onto Kip here. Gets the raid, gets the touch on it, but it's Nate who follows up and bails his teammate out as they look to go right into that gold half of the field. Nate is a bad read here, but no, he muscles it through. I wasn't sure he's going to get there against two defenders. This is a great goal.
Yeah, Nate on that whey protein life. Look at him just muscle this through the short side. Nate, all about it. Again, just staying aggressive. He's been getting around the corners and pushing that out in front for those midfield passes. This time just elects to follow it as Kip was a little bit off to the side. And again, another goal, a 2-goal gap that has been the hallmark of this series for Kraken so far. Askew looking to pinch this one along, can't get to it, but Kip looking for the transition the other way, drops it back down. Kip almost gets the read as Askew touches this one over top. Feels backflip easy with a chance to shoot this one on. Does. Puts it down in front. Right there, Nate gets the touch up. Askew not going to commit yet as this one right back up again. Kip not going to be able to get to a chance here for Yeezy. All over the place for Rob, but they can't put it in. Finally, Askew gets the touch over top. Maybe a good 25 seconds too late, but still Ra able to put themselves within one.
Yeah, that's a mop and bucket type goal if I've ever seen one. Cleanup on aisle goal right there. Like when you have a loose ball spilled out in front of the goal line like that, that's why I say you get the mop and bucket, because it's being spilled all over the place. Everyone's being sloppy with it. You got to clean that up, and that is exactly what they did as they now have 2 goals. They've cut the lead to just 1 with a minute and a half left to play here. However, it seems like anytime I try to praise the Raws, the Kraken try to come up here and spoil the fun and get back a 2-goal advantage. We'll see if this happens again this time here in game number 3. I mean, again, it's game 3. I'm sure that they've now seen some of the mistakes that their opponents have made and try to correct it. But Kip, what a shot!
Kip ice in his veins. The defensive play he made before this, baking out Askew along the wall, didn't let him hit it, and resulted in that possession that they got in that 2v1. So Kip able to get that ball downfield off of just a routine midfield clear, but just the field awareness of this Kraken squad, nearly second to none. Kip gonna push it back across that midfield line. He's gonna take it himself. Easy up for this one, off the backboard, down in front, and Askew gonna send him. Might get this one off the side of the wall, back out in front. Askew, perfect placement, and he puts his team within 1.
Yeah, a great little counterattack play here. Nate, one-on-one here with Askew. Nate takes a bad line here. And that was just, yeah, he clearly tried to read it. Something, thought it was going to go up the wall there. And instead, just gets a weird bounce, and that's just all the net to look at here. Askew finishes those 9 days out of the week. So now we have 4-3, less than a minute to go. Kip, no doubt, looking to find Nate for a security goal here. They want to find one more goal. They are not comfortable with just a 1-goal lead here with this much time left on the clock.
Yep. Trying to find that second goal just to put this game away. 30 seconds left. Still a chance here for Raw. Just need to get back downfield. Nate gonna pre-flip into it. Lisa for Kip, but look out the other way. Easy. Long clear. Nate gonna need to do something with the 5 boost he has. Just chips it up. Askew back down in front. Easy shot to the far side, and Nate right there to trap it along. A little confusion from their side, but able to get it out. Kip looks for the dagger, and he puts it in.
Yeah, this is just bad decision making here from Yeezy. He tries to cut this, instead double commits with Askew, and Kip just waiting for that, dunks it over both of them, and gets that security goal that they were looking for here. 8 seconds left to go. Again, that was on Yeezy E there. I think that if Yeezy had pulled back instead of challenging for that ball there, they might have had an opportunity to try and tie this up. Instead, they now lose by 2 goals.
Yeah, and Raw, what do you do? They've come so close every game, but just in the last 30 seconds of this one, Kraken pull ahead, and it's got to be wearing on their mental at this point where Raw just able to put themselves within 1 goal, but can't tie it, can't get that 1 goal lead that they've really been looking for this entire series, and Krakens, again, take a commanding 3-game lead in the series.
Yeah, and I think it goes both ways, right? Because for the Raws, this is a best of 9 that they have not won the first 3 games of, but for the Krakens, they've won the first 3 games. So there could be an air of very high confidence from that team there, where they might be, some say, overconfident, where they might just have some mental lapse, some judgments, where if they are not sharp on their game, this could be an opportunity for the Raws into Game 4.
Yeah, and we'll have to hear what our coach's corner has to say about that as we send it over to our franchise managers. Krakens feeling like they're in a good spot. Raw looking to just fight their way back into this series.
Dude, Gumsy.
Ah. I
Yo,
don't know what
Gumsy.
to say. I don't know what to say.
Your team can't finish. That's all you have to say.
They're lagging, man. They're just lagging.
I don't know, man. I think Nate's just now popping off now too.
No,
Once
no,
they
no.
both pop up, it's over.
They're definitely lagging.
No, I mean
They're
once Nate steps up, it's over.
We just need a quick ASCII pop off.
Dude,
You
for
got
real.
some, you got some bangers in the.
Why go tell him?
Yeah, I got them.
Okay.
They're gonna bang now.
Well then we can send it back over to the casters and they can get this game started and we can see it.
Yep. Kraken suck.
You wish.
So it
And a
sounds like
nice
we're gonna
little
have like
friendly.
a, yeah, it sounds like we're gonna have a mukbang at the end there, where one of them is just gonna have to, like, eat crow on camera, right?
Yeah, and if you're Raw at this point, you feel like you might want to be a little more careful with your words. You gotta have a game win in here, as they're trying to fight their way back into the series. I've liked what I've seen from Raw, and their shot totals display the level of skill, their adjustments that they're making to be a positive thing. But Krakens, just their decision making, their teamwork is just a lot more cohesive, a lot more polished, and that really has what's given them the edge so far, in
I
my
mean,
opinion.
yeah, and you said it yourself too, like, Kip is in fact the reigning league MVP here, so there's got to be something magical, something special for him there, right?
And I think we are going to change our lobby here in just a second. So we will get that info. But yes, you are right. The two teams that they're, especially the mental strength that it takes to play, especially the best of 9 series, you got to be able to just mentally reset, fight back, and Raw seeming like they have no problems doing that. We'll have to see if they can kind of keep up with it, guys. We're going to go to a short break as we try and get our lobby info. We will be right back. All right, and it's looking like we are joining in. So, guys, we will be starting the game presently. All the players are in here. My man JT in here as well, and we're gonna get this started. And JT, I feel like we can call a little bit of a prediction. Do you think that this might just be a clean sweep from Krakens at this point? I know we have a few games to go, but from what you've seen, do you feel like you can kind of call that early now?
Listen, I'm always the fan of the underdog, right? I love a good underdog play here, but I really do feel like this could turn into a sweep where we get out the brooms, and that's why I always like to say, when we're approaching a sweep there, if we're gonna get a ton of brooms in the chat. I love seeing lots of brooms if people think that it's gonna be a sweep, but what I also love to see is people trying to summon the Murb. So those fans out there in the chat, if you're out there listening and your fans are raw out there, I want to see if you can try to summon that Murb there. Raise the Eldritch being of reverse sweeps, that Eldritch beam. And that's why I like to, I've got that Murb emote there. So I'm going to throw that out there in support of a potential reverse sweep, but they still have to get through game number 4. If the Kraken beat them in game number 4, then the reverse sweep might be on for the Raws.
And I have famously caster cursed a few teams that were on the brink of a sweep, so nothing gets by me in Rocket League. Nothing's over till it's over. Big touch out in front. Kip, what a goal as he tucks that one in. And again, Kraken starting off strong, getting that first goal.
Yeah, right, a little double tap off the side wall there. Lovely little play there from Kip. Kind of doing it himself that time. Just found his opportunities, waiting for it here. It took almost a minute to get in. 404 goals not found for the Raws yet, though, in game number 4.
Kip still looking to follow. Gets the touch in. Kip beating 2 in the air for the second one.
Yeah, this is just the Kip show right now. We're all just watching it, I feel like.
Kip, a little bit of style to go with that one. Nate trying to just back him up the best he can. If he knows Kip can get to the ball, he's just laying off, going to that midfield line and starting that rotation. Askew gonna tuck this one down in behind. Kip gets a leg out on him. Nate 1v1 against Askew, and Nate puts it in. Transition goal for the side of Krakens, and they're running away with this one.
Yeah, this is pretty great pass here from Kip, and Nate has to do hardly anything. All he has to do is just get underneath that ball there to put it in the back of the net, because everyone was up for the Raws there. So much attacking prowess from the Kraken. The fake kickoff, the pass from Nate doesn't find Kip that time, and so you got to feel like that has got to be the first error, possibly the first of many here in game number 4 for the Kraken. If that would be at least your hope, if you're hoping for the Raws to get back into this one.
Nate flip reset shot far side, and it takes the combined might of both Raw players to get the save. Easy down as he touches it past. Easy looking for the pinch, and Nate, great shadow defense to keep that one away. This one gonna lay down into Kip. Pass over to Nate, looking for Kip far side, right there off the sidewall. Now Askew with a chance to go the other way. Yeezy on that far side. Nate plays this one into Kip up the backboard. They're just gonna wait. Kip with some control, the 50 from Yeezy. Askew. 2 players in the corner here for Kraken. Chance here for the side of Raw. Easy. Good recovery. He'll 50 on Kip. Askew. A little too far away from this one. The turn back inside as Askew gets a piece of it. And a 2v1 scenario. Nate, great challenge as he knows he was going to get either demoed or bumped off that ball in the next few seconds.
Yeah, now we're seeing some 50s here in midfield there, but now it's the Kraken back on the offense. Askew collects a little bit of boost, but can't get around Nate that time. Easy, working past 1. As he's still in his own corner, he has to get around Kip. Gets past 2 there. Nate trying to get a touch on it just to kind of stall it out into the corner. Yeezy, a good pass into the center, and Askew not able to get on the end of it there as Kip now takes it from one end of the field all the way to the other. Oh, just misses the corner of the net, but Nate finds the other corner on the other end, and it's now 4-0.
Nate just painting me a word picture with his placement. Look at this. Puts it far side. Askew was going to get to it, but Nate, if you can't put that ball any better, Askew makes that save and goes the other way. And Kraken, a 4-0 lead with just under 2 minutes left. Looking like they're going to be able to take their 4th game in this best-of-9 series. As Nate, cross midfield. Askew, good follow. Kip, down to Nate. Back up to Kip. Little passing play, tic-tac-toe. Back down in front, the demo play. Nate shot far side and in as Nate able to get it. What a team play from the side of Kraken.
Yeah, Kip looking like Harry Mukhtar from the Nashville SC here. You know, he didn't get the shot there, and he didn't get the demo, but he got enough to interrupt and disrupt the rhythm of the defender in the net there, leaving Nate to score the goal. And that is really what we want to see from the MVP there. That most valuable player really being able to impact the game, even without the ball on his hood. And you see a good demo there from Yeezy, able to cut out Kip this time. But I want to see more of that. There has to be more frequent, consistent play here from the Raws, and they have to cut down on some of these double commits, like you saw there sometimes during these saves where they're both going for that same ball. Some communication, they got to open up and understand where they are at on the field at all times there, because it just feels like Nate and Kip have a very intimate knowledge where either one of them is at on the field at any given point.
I think it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. If you give these guys time, give them the space instead of staying aggressive in that midfield line, they're going to do this. They're going to slow it up, take the boost, look for a demo play, and try and force their way in like Nate is so good at doing. So I think they're going to have to try and find some transition stuff here as the 50 comes out. B back out in front. Kip to the far side, gets the demo as well. And Kip looking for Nate in midfield. Pre-jump on target and Askew able to get the block. Askew with a little space in front of him. He'll take the 50 against Kip. Nate tries to step into it and does. As Nate, little solo play, trying to just polish this one off. What a save from Yeezy. And Askew just going to own goal it anyway. And with 1 second left, Krakens going to be able to go up 4-0 over the Raw.
I mean, you can't say that the Raw didn't score any goals in game number 4, because that's technically not true.
Yeah, we're gonna start counting own goals. I think
Yeah,
we might be.
that was that. Oh, that was a shellacking there from the Kraken. That was a shellacking for sure.
Hurrah. Okay, so we're going to have a player swap, and we're going to bring in a Norm from last week that got him to this championship match. He is going to be subbed in, I believe, for Askew. It's going to be Yeezy and a Normo trying to take this back, looking for a reverse sweep on the brink. Okay, so it's gonna be Askew and a Normo. Okay, so this is the combination we saw last week that was just completely dominant. A Normo, a player right on Kip's level, is going to be coming in to try and bring back this matchup as hopefully they're going to be able to give us a little bit of a longer series. Kraken, with all the momentum heading into this game, it might be just a little too late, but we're going to go to our coach's corner to see what they think.
Dude, Gumsy. Yo, Gumsy.
Yep.
Is this is just gonna make it a good game or what?
I think it's gonna make it more interesting.
Why didn't you start with this?
Cause I did want to see Easy play, and I do think he's playing really well. But I just think they can't get like that ending, you know.
Yeah. All your team has to do is put your shots in.
Mhm. I guess Anormo is gonna be our Kip on our team.
That's Cap. No one can be Kip except me.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I just want to see what happens. Let's go back to the casters.
Okay, let's see it.
So
And
for my money here, I feel like if a Normo is going to be kind of their kip, so to speak, taking it from Gumsy's words there, I really feel like they maybe should have thought about doing that in game number 4 here, because that at least gives Normo like some more of that game flow, get a little more game sense. Right now, it is their lives on the line here, so Normo absolutely has to be enormous of an impact there to try to summon the Morb, or start the summoning of the Morb here, as I like to say. Or otherwise, like I say, I love seeing chat throwing out brooms if they think it's going to be a sweep, but I love seeing a Morb and getting a reverse sweep using all 9 of those games.
well, that's the thing. Enormo is a goal scorer, pure and simple. He dominated competition last week. He looked extremely good with little warm up in those series because I believe he came into those games cold like he is going to be doing this one. Maybe having a little bit of a ping issue right now, but still, Enormo is the offense that Raw has been lacking these past few games. It's looking like he's going to try and get it turned around. Askew has, of course, played with Enormo a lot, so we're going to see some synergy there as well to go along with the communication. So maybe this shakeup just what Raw needs.
Well, we can only hope so, because right now it has been all Kraken all the time. They only need 5 wins here. But Kraken, they've got 8 arms and 2 tentacles.
Nate trying to push this one across Enormo, the 50 from the ceiling. Askew misses the pinch. Nate, look out. Back out in front. Looks for the Doomsy, and Enormo able to get the touch over. Kip, last man, able to turn it to the corner as he'll corral this one. Askew, good read. Nate trying to put this one back out to Kip. Back down to Nate. Never mind. Kip just going to take control. A little fancy feet, but Enormo stays with him on that shadow. Askew, touch over top. 2v1 for a second. Here's Kip trying to get back. What's he going to do? Gonna put it into his own net from the pressure. Then Ra starting to put the thumb screws in with their offensive rotation now.
Yeah, this is a little shocking here. Maybe it's a little baiting. That's what I'm thinking. Maybe that the Kraken are trying to lull the Raws into a false sense of security there, trying to bait them in, and then try to out mind game the mind game, so to speak here. So we'll see what kind of strategy that is there. As some would say, that's a bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off there for Kip.
And this is the first goal lead they've had in the series so far, so that's bound to boost their confidence here a little bit. Kraken have had the first goal of every game. And Nate trying to even up this score as quick as he can. Long flick out. This one turned to the corner by Enormo. Nate, the 50 out in front, stays with it, gets the bump instead. Enormo on the goal line, able to turn it away. And Kip trying to play it back to himself. Enormo clear to the side. He'll follow for the 50. Nate back to the corner. Kip trying to pursue. That Kraken offense still staying aggressive. Enormo chip up. Askew up for it. Gets the touch down to corner. Look out. Little chip and chase action here from Ra. Kip can't feed it center quite yet. Has Nate on that far side. Kip, a little fancy move as Askew just demos him from behind. And this one going to go the length of the field. So Ra tightening up on the defensive front as well.
Yeah, and really, seems like Askew right now is struggling with some of the pressure, like especially these bump plays that the Krakens were coming out there, like that bump play and that almost gave up the goal from there. It almost looked like, you could see the shocked Pikachu face on him there. But they were able to recover well using Enormo and able to get back using that speed from him there. But we'll see if they continue to try to exploit Askew defensively there, if that's going to be their plan of attack to try to get back on level pegging.
Normo 1v1 against Kip here. Fakes the shot. Comes back. Askew kicking it around. What a play by Kip to get a piece of that ball. As it's going to drop back down. Askew shot short side. Kip up for it. Askew looking to feed Normo back out in front. Nate is going to take it instead on 0 boost. Normo trying to stay aggressive. Fakes it. Looks for the undercut pinch. And that one just skips by the net. But good offensive pressure here from Ra.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from them. They're keeping it close here. They're not allowing too many, uncontested shots here from the Kraken. and really doing their best to get back into those offensive shape and being on the blue half of the field right now. They've had more opportunities, I think, in this one game than I've seen from them in the past two. Although double commit like that will hurt their chances. However, they are able to try to get back into the shape with the one in front, one behind. Good rotation, what you want to see in a twos matchup.
Normo going for the musty, fakes it instead, trying to get some control of the ball, but Kip is oh so good about where and when he challenges, especially on his side of the field. As we're going to demo, ask you, and we need to get back out in front of this one. Little wave dash, Nate barely misses it, but what a defensive play by Askew to get to it.
Yeah,
Normo.
a bit of a wave dash competition there at times, but what a great save. But this one, nobody near it. Kip ties it up.
Yeah, Kip just beats him in midfield. Normo was just kind of caught in midfield. Askew, not quite sure if he was just trying to go up the wall. Thought maybe Kip was going to try some kind of air dribble, just cut it back inside and Askew a little out of position as Kip going to be able to take control. Going to use the space. Askew bumped off the ball. Kip just going to leave it for Nate. As a normal, good 50. Askew with a chance out in front. Askew shot short side as that one comes off the sidewall. But Ra still staying aggressive on offense.
Yeah, final 30 seconds. They need a goal here. Enormo has not been in goal scoring form just yet. He's had one shot so far. Askew with 3 shots credited to him. But again, the Rods, they need more goal scoring opportunities. And can they find it in the final 10 seconds of regulation, or will they have to find it in overtime?
Look out! Nate shot on, huge save from Askew, but not enough as Kip gets the shot in the last few seconds. Kip, a great bump on Enormo to set this play up.
Yeah, a loose ball, another one of those mop and bucket situations that spilled out in front of the defense, just landing awkwardly off the wall that time. And that way it is clean up an aisle goal. 3 seconds left to go. It is game, set, match. Your winners in a sweep are the Krakens.
And credit to Krakens doing such a good job. And the teamwork aspect between Nate and Kip really shining here tonight. You saw them exactly on the same page. Not many double commits from their side, or if any double commits at all. They got caught in the corner maybe once during the entirety of that series. So Kip and Nate doing a good job knowing their roles, knowing when to challenge, and really what bought them the win here tonight.
Yeah, and I think that for me, it was a normal. Like I said, I thought that he should have been brought in game number 4 if that was the plan for this team here, because you saw he got a lot of touches on the ball there. You know, the most points on his team, but he didn't. He only had 1 shot in total, 4 saves. He was mostly doing the defensive work for his team there and trying to be on both ends of the field there. They didn't have enough control in the midfield to really allow him to shine in that last match.
Yeah, Raw. Normo, like I said, he is a very good goal scorer, very good about using the length of the field and the positioning on the ball. Maybe just coming in just a little too cold for this series to just really make the difference that Raw needed to try and bring the series back in a reverse sweep. And Raw, credit to him, stuck with Krakens most of the night, whereas we've seen most teams during the course of the season not really able to hang with them. And Raw really within one and then in the last 30 seconds of most games, 2 goals during every one of those games. But Raw, credit to them. No reason to hang your head because they played extremely well here tonight. But let's take it to our coach's corner as we have both of our franchise managers here for the final bit of salt for the rest of the season in this Crystal Bowl championship.
Cool. Gumsy's gone. So, yeah. Oh, Gumsy's back. Yo, Gumsy.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty close, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep. Kip is just too good.
Damn right, dude. Keeps insane. Just how it is.
Yep. It's well played.
Yeah. I mean, our only loss in league play is when I played, so
Yeah, you suck, so yeah.
yeah, exactly. And then we beat you because you played in the game. So, you know,
I mean, I'm just I'm just glad they got a good attempt at the end.
For the last chance, and they actually made it. It's actually crazy.
Mhm.
But let's toss it over to our casters to end the stream off.
Yep. I love you, Guiltains.
Love you too, buddy. So Kraken's only loss coming at the hands of Fish himself, the franchise manager. Well, you know what they say, Fish. Those that can't do teach. So having to draft this team to win it through. But JT, what do you think of our two squads here tonight? I think Rob put forth a valiant effort, even though the series score might not tell you as much.
Yeah, I think that Raw they showed sparks of opportunity and sparks of potential there. Unfortunately, I think what undid them was the levels of communication between them versus their opponents. Their opponents, the Kraken, obviously showed a lot of good communication, a lot of good synergy, knowing exactly where their teammate was going to be to find these cross-field passes there. And you saw these great aerial plays to really send it downfield there. For the Raw, I think that they need to find ways to, understand each other and understand each other's gameplay. And once they can unlock that synergy, that's where they can start making that next step as a team here. But like I said, even though they did get swept here, it wasn't like they were completely had the doors blown off them. Those first three games, very close. Only a goal, really, or maybe a goal or two in garbage time at the end of the game there really separated them.
Yeah, just the level of control Kraken was able to take early on in those games, and really a big factor for me as well. I think Krakens, with their first goal, with that pressure they were able to put on in the first minute and a half of all of those games, really caused problems for Raw. Weren't able to get in sync until it was already pretty much too late. They were fighting from behind with those 2 goal deficits most of that series. So credit to Krakens for coming out swinging, staying aggressive early, not trying to play any kind of passive game where you're feeling your opponent out. Knew what they had to do right away, rushed them down, made sure to get the goals, and Kip and Nate are just a 1-2 punch that cannot be denied.
Yeah, they looked really sharp out there today, and full credit to them. They deserve to be the winners of this matchup here. They showed up and showed out, and all credit to them doing exactly what they needed to do to get the job done today. And yeah, I think that in the end, the results justify the effort that they put out.
Yeah, it's a disappointing finish to the season for Rob. But like I said, you can't kick yourself. You can't really be down about it. You got to the Crystal Bowl championship, and what else can you say other than you had a great season? You look to maybe run it back for season 2.
Yeah, here's hoping to there. But it does seem like this will be the end for the stream. So for Gil Thanes and myself, JT, you can make sure follow us here on Twitter at Gil Thanes over there at JT underscore INKC. That's where the links. They're right down there. They're right down there. For the Crystal Souls Esports crew, thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight on this little show match. Cashy money was dealt out on the line there. We got a winner in the Krakens, and we will see you guys next time on the pitch. Till then, peace.